BetOnline remains your top spot for all your live betting action and contests. NFL, college football, UFC, and NHL are in full swing. BetOnline is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions, with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head over to BetOnline today and use our promo code BELIEVE. That's BLEAV for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are back. We are back once again. It's Tiger Talk. Pom-poms are shaking with Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. This is Band Sessions with the Boom. It's your boy, Terrell Key, aka T Reezy TV.
It's your girl Danielle Walls, aka Don Yeezy.
And this is Toby Johnson at Fury Styles 009.
That's right. So we're here. So we're here once again. Once again, before we get started, if you have not subscribed or liked the page, the channel, we're on everything that you can think of. Go to Google, type in Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club, or type in Band Sessions. But we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts. So we're gonna get right into it. Toby Danielle, hello once again. We are back. Good to see you, beautiful people. What's going on?
What's up, man? Happy to be back. Glad to be back.
Happy to be back.
Always
to
glad
see
to
you
be back.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm glad. I'm excited again, as I'm always excited about this show today. We got a special guest. We can't get into
all
a
I
special
guess
guest yet.
special.
I like
All I
special
guess
guests
special.
though.
You like special guests?
Yeah.
We don't have guests on here who are not special.
Right.
We don't do unspecial guests. We just don't do
Unspecial.
them. We don't do unspecial, like non-special. Come on, English. Unspecial, non-special. All right, so let's get into it. Yeah, what we doing today? What we got going?
Well, I got a question.
We got a question.
I got a
question. Segment of the show.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put it
Let's
out
do
there. The 2023 Sonic Boom of the South, to me, might be the greatest band I've heard in life. It just might be. Huh?
Hey, I'm right there with you.
I
Same
know
set of ears or something.
it's something about it, but
I can't disagree.
in looking back, we've had several arrangers in the boom, right? But I'm looking at one in particular, and the one in particular has been doing it for a long time. Student arranger and is on staff now. I'm talking about Kevin Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What is your favorite Kevin Johnson arrangement?
Oh my goodness.
Number one, Golden Time of Day. But before I heard the song Good and Plenty, Golden Time of Day was my favorite. But now I am a fan of Good and Plenty. I'm sorry if I jumped in too fast and answered the question.
No, you feel it. That was you.
I was ready.
Yeah.
Golden Time of Day. That's my favorite. But Good and Plenty has like nudged Golden Time of Day and said, "Uh-oh, hey, I'm here. Hello, how you doing?" That's me.
Did he arrange Love? Is that his arrangement?
Music Soul
I think
Child?
so. Music Soul Child? I think. No,
not that Love.
Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole.
Yes.
I'm on the wrong song.
Did he arrange that? They just played that. Anyways.
I think I saw his stiff arms wrecking that song.
Good and Plenty, I'm going to say off the top of my head, because I really have to dig back into my Kevin Johnson arrangement Rolodex to recall. Good and Plenty up to this point. Good and Plenty, right? And I'm gonna give a bonus to Thong Song. So
Oh, you went back.
D, I
You
was
went
thinking
back.
about that
there's
because
that.
that
He hadn't
what got him
graduated yet.
respect. No,
Yep.
he was still a freshman, wasn't
He
he?
was still. Oh,
He was a
did we
freshman when he
do
arranged
that?
that.
Oh, that was him.
And what
That
an
was his
arrangement
first.
to be your first arrangement.
Yeah, like we usually,
Come on,
yay,
come on,
boo, get out of the
Danielle.
way. And like and we're like,
Yeah,
we cricket this.
Thong Song, Cisco
Yeah.
the Dragon.
hmm
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Honorable mention.
You
Honorable
took me
mention.
back, Danielle, with that one.
I love it.
You took me back with that one because that song was blowing, and I think that was when people were trying to figure out who's this dude that wrote this song. What's his name? Where he from?
Yep.
2023 though. 2023 boom. Toby says the best, but we talking about best Kevin Johnson arrangement. Yeah, I like the
Mine,
song. That was funny. That was the
mine's power. Kanye West.
power. Kanye
Yeah.
West.
Oh,
Any of his Kanye West tunes were great to
man.
me.
When he was great.
Yeah, great. I was like, oh,
I need
yeah.
a list. I need
I
a
need.
list.
So that's what we need to do in the comments. Everybody need to post
Kevin, send me a
Kevin
list.
songs.
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Johnson.
arrangements, Kevin Johnson arrangements.
Yep.
Kevin Johnson song.
So
Okay.
yeah, this
All right.
2023 band sounds amazing color wise. Of course, they're in tune. The intonation, the arrangements, the execution of the arrangements. It's just top tier, second to none. It's second to none.
It's credit to
And
Dr.
it's
Little
yes, and
and
not
his
to
leadership.
discredit any previous
Mhm.
arrangers
Mhm.
whatsoever. We know the greats. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah, it's just a dynamic team. I'm gonna leave it at
Yeah,
that.
they coming with that smoke this year. I don't know
Yeah.
what that initial meeting looked like, but they
Smoke.
came with that smoke there.
Smoking.
Come on, Carrie. The
Yeah.
mask. Costume idea. All right, I'm with that. Okay.
All right, good answers,
Yeah.
guys. Good answers.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, that was a good question.
Shout out to Kevin, man.
Shout out to
Mhm.
Kevin Johnson. We gotta
Yeah.
get him in the game. We gotta get him in the mix one day. One day down the road, we'll get Kevin on here. All right. So once again, without further ado, we are back. We're about to get into it. We have our not second. Oh no, not second. We have our next. I don't know where the second came from. We have our next special guest coming to the stage.
Yeah.
None other than Mr. Curtis Luckett Jr.
What is happening?
Pom-pom out here. Hey man, look. The pom-poms is when when the pom-poms go up in the air, that's when everything is all good. Getting the recognition. What's up, Kurt? How you doing, bro?
What's up with it? 9-8. What's up with y'all?
What's popping?
9-8. 9-8. So there's my 98 soldier shirt. When we celebrated. Danielle has on her 98 soldier shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrated.
Esprit de Corps. We celebrated Esprit de Corps.
Was it 20? It was 20 years.
Which
That's
was
a long
5
time.
years ago.
Well, 5 years ago, you did not have to do that. We celebrated, man. Major shout out to the class of 1998. Hey, y'all, this is our first 98 takeover kind of scenario. Shout out to 98. Y'all know, everybody knows. Hey, no disrespect to any other class, but 98 was great. We were great in everything all across the board. I don't want to get too far in the bag. We were great in everything across the board. Band, Jay said, whatever, military, workforce, education, administration, whatever you can think of, whatever leadership role that you can come up with, 98 was definitely involved in that. So shout out to 98, y'all. Shout out to 98 in this thing. Kurt Luckett, man, it's an honor. It's a pleasure to have you on here, my brother.
What's up, Kurt?
What's up with the CS? Yeah.
Kurt, we're gonna start it like we start every episode. You know, I'm gonna be sly with it, but we might need to change the episode to band sessions with the Charger band because
Hey,
we got all these kind of way people coming up on this joint. But it's cool and everything. But like, just tell us your boom story, man. Tell us your boom story.
do y'all want the condensed version? Do y'all want the full whole
The clock,
shebang?
the clock is ticking. Do it how you
Okay.
feel, my brother.
All
It's on
right.
you.
So
I wish we had 2
I'm
hours.
gonna try to
If
do
we
it
had,
to where I can keep everything in. All right.
all
So
right.
when I was in first grade, me and one of my friends, her mom actually worked with my mom. So when we were first grade, her oldest sister, would pick us up and take us home. So this one particular day, her sister had this big metal thing in her back seat, and she had like this blue bag. So I was like, "What was that?" She was like, "Don't touch that! Don't touch that!" Come to find out, it was a baritone. So she played baritone in the band, right in the boom. Fast forward to my fifth grade year. My uncle and my dad, I was playing football in fifth grade, football, this and that. So I guess I was supposed to be this middle linebacker or something like that. So come homecoming, we were like the top champs in our division or whatever with football. So homecoming came around and we had a float for homecoming. And our float was actually in the spot where the boom was warming up. So that was my first time seeing them all that time. And I met our Vaughn for the first time, who is now like my big brother. Come to find out, he graduated from Callaway 2 years before my sister did, all of that type stuff, right? The same year, in that spring, that's when I saw the Motown band. It was over from there. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in the boom from then on. I didn't want to do nothing else. That's what I wanted to do. And the rest of they say is history, man.
Mm. So what made you choose trumpet, Kurt?
My dad played trumpet. Okay?
What?
Yeah, my dad played.
No.
Yeah, he played trumpet in high school. Just like any other person, they want to play drums when they first see. That's what they want to do. They want to do drums.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was like, "Well, we're gonna try something." So this was like father-son bonding. So over the summer before my sixth grade year, he taught me how to play B flat concert scale. So by the time I got to middle school, that sixth grade, he was like, "Well, son, this is what you're gonna play. You're gonna play trumpet." And that's what I've been doing ever since. But I'm still a percussionist at heart, Toby. So I know all them cadences. I look at them all the time. But hey, I'm trombone for life. That's how I go.
Yeah, I remember Curtis. You could chop. I remember.
I
I've
love
never
these
seen it.
stories. I love these stories about people's parents telling them, "This what you doing." Like,
Right.
and this
Parents.
is what you're playing. Like, this is what you're doing, and this is what you're playing. That's it.
Yeah,
And you're like, all
that's
right.
it.
No
It's a new
options.
generation now. It's a new generation now.
You have a choice. Like, what?
I can do
Like,
what?
Right.
I bought your sister a bell kit. You playing the drums.
But
So, Kurt.
I'm glad though, man. I'm glad because I learned so much from playing the trumpet, and I learned so much about all of the dexterity as an instrument just starting from playing the trumpet. So
Right.
I took my hat off to my father, Curtis Senior.
So, Kurt, so you say your dad played trumpet. So, did he go to Callaway? What school? What band was he in?
He's from Canton, Mississippi. So back
Okay.
then it was Rogers High School before they changed it to Canton. But but his band director actually graduated from Jackson State. So they did a whole lot of things, Jackson State and stuff like that. But yeah, so he played that whole time when he was in high school.
Wow.
Cool.
That's dope.
Pops had the trumpet first. You just said, I'm gonna do what dad doing. So sixth grade. So sixth grade was when you jumped on the trumpet, right?
Right.
Sixth grade. Okay. And then from there, sixth grade, you got in it. Daddy pushing you. Yeah, son, keep going. You're doing a great job. Seventh grade, eighth grade, boom. High school time. Callaway. Here we are. Callaway.
Mm-hmm.
We're Callaway, Kurt. I meet you. You meet us. Everybody meet everybody.
Yeah.
It's Callaway. You came from Power.
Right.
You came from Power. I came from Northwest. You were good. I was good on the instrument. let's talk about Callaway. Callaway leads us to Jackson State because this ties in boom story.
Absolutely.
So
And we're talking
Callaway,
about
what's the
Callaway High School in Jackson, Mississippi,
Absolutely.
right?
correct?
Okay.
The
Yeah.
lineage is ridiculous. So I can go back to my oldest sister graduated from there in '88. She was on the flag corps, so I always watched the band then. Then my next sister, she was a chargette, so that's the dance troupe. She was a chargette. She graduated in '93, so I already knew where I was going. It was no question where I was going. I was going to Callaway. So um, just from being there and knowing about how the school was, how the band was, I just knew I had to make sure I was straight. I couldn't go in there being any kind of way, playing any kind of way. I had to go in there doing what I had to do because, like I said, the lineage of that program was immaculate. So it was a lot of things. I thought I was good. But when I got there, I was in for a rude awakening. I'm glad I was.
Curtis, I don't think you're gonna tell people this, but something that's special about you is that you're currently tell tell the masses what you're currently doing right now,
Okay,
and
all
then I'm
right.
gonna come
Yeah,
back with a
yeah,
second part of the question.
yeah. I have been blessed over the past now 11 years to be the director of
Ow,
bands. 11 years,
11?
11 years
Wow.
No.
Hmm.
to be the
When
director of bands at my alma mater,
Damn.
Callaway High School.
That's love.
That's
That's
hmm
awesome.
love,
That's
baby. Let
love
me get
right
my pump
there.
on.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta give them that.
Pump on right there, baby.
What the one with the
Shaking
orange
it.
in it? You ain't got one with orange in it.
Nah.
It's in his heart. You ain't got to put it
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
Come on.
So,
yeah.
like, you the
Go ahead,
second
Kurt.
guest that we've had that is a current band director, but also a current band director of their alma mater. Like, they graduated from the school and then they went back. And it's not a recruitment tool because I know you have a really good program at Callaway. But before you, the person that probably bred feels like millions of Jacksonians is Mr. Mitchell,
Right.
who's special to so many people. I didn't march at Callaway. I marched at Brandon, but I knew about Mr. Mitchell when I was in high school. Had maybe one conversation with him as an adult, but like I knew the impact that he placed on so many of his students' hearts. And I know recently we lost him. Talk about his impact to you, to the program at Callaway, and Terrell, you can chime in on this as well, man.
Kurt got it.
Man, it's
He
so
got it.
many
It's
different
the
things.
same
Go ahead.
thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
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 Terrell.
no.
no, you
You
got
got.
you,
It's the
Mhm.
same. It's the same. It's the same thing, Kurt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's so many things. I wouldn't be the trumpet player that you all knew. I wouldn't have been able to understand about arranging like I do. Um, I wouldn't have been able to experience all the things that I've experienced in this band world had it not been for Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. At one point, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Well, I take that back. I wanted to be a draft and design engineer because I used to love drawing cars. That's what I used to love to do. But Mr. Mitchell
Yep.
was like, "Well, Butter, I think you can play that trumpet better than you can go do some math." So I ended up, becoming a music major. And every time, if I went up there on that yard, I was at Callaway.
Mhm.
And he opened the door for me. He could have easily just been like, you graduated, buddy. We don't need to see you no more. But he ended up letting me come back. And that's why I learned my craft about being able to teach arrangements. He allowed me to bring arrangement to the school, allowed me to do so many things. And he was building me up in order for him to say, you're going to take this job.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that until he told me that. He had me to come over there and meet the principal, and the rest was history. So, if it hadn't been for him, you wouldn't see Curtis Luckett, director of bands at Callaway High School, or Curtis Luckett, trumpet player, all these things that people say that I am, as humble as I am. But he started it all. So that's the Mr. Mitchell for me, my second father.
Mhm.
He passed the torch to you.
Yeah.
He gave
Wow.
it to you. I did not know that.
Not
I
that.
did not know
I didn't
that,
know that.
Knighted him, man.
dude. Literally, like I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay, all right,
You
wow,
know what about Mr. Mitchell? You just kind of said it.
crazy,
When I
crazy.
was when I was
Wow.
at Brandon, we know the type of band Brandon. When we played like Callaway or Jim Hill, and when you sit across from that, getting we getting cranked on. We get
Well,
and
back
like
then we said
it's
you
like
get blown on. That's
yeah,
why
we
it
get
was
like
for
we're
us.
like
You've been
pulling
blown
there.
on.
You have Fulton
Mhm.
Cast in there, and it was like, oh, what is the cheat code? The cheat code was like how Mr. Mitchell kept his foot in the streets. Was he let his mentees come back and work with his flock, and it kept them, it kept you guys like elevated above, most of the bands in our area.
Mhm. Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. That was it.
And it,
It's like a pipeline, like a
Mhm.
pipeline. But that
Yeah,
but
man.
that pipeline molded you though, Kurt. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's like you went from the Callaway pipeline up through Jackson State, and you came back with what you learned at Jackson State
mhm.
from Doc and brought it back. Then that whole connection with Doc and Mr. Mitchell. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? It's all connecting. Like who knew what was happening back in 1997 when we said we going to Jackson State next year?
Mhm.
We 17 years old. 17.
Right.
17.
Sim.
Seven.
Right.
We're
Seeing them
17
having
years
them
old.
conversations in their band hall,
Mhm.
and we laughing behind, not knowing we finna go right there and do the same thing we was doing in high school, but and then some on a whole nother level.
Kurt, I'm gonna spin off of Toby. What do you think it was that Mr. Mitchell saw in you
Mm.
to mold you? Like there were other people.
It's a
There were
great
other people.
question.
There were other individuals. What was it? What about you? Why? Why
Right.
you?
Um,
What you think?
other than of course God, man, just being in the midst of everything. I just think it was just the love that I had for Callaway and the love that I had for that program. You know, the program molded me, and he saw something. And like I said, he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. Um, I know that he would give me all these things to just try to go, and he didn't stop me. Like he would let me just come and just help because he knew what I was trying to do. I wasn't coming over there trying to, quote unquote, be this big guy and all this type stuff. I wanted to help because that was my alma mater. And I guess he saw, well, if he had that much love for this program, I guess that's somebody that I could leave it to continue with going. So I think that's what it was. Because like you said, he could have chosen anybody because there have been several band directors that have tried to get that job, several band directors that have graduated from Callaway, but he chose little old me. So, I thanked him for it while he was here, and I still thank him every day. When I wake up in the morning, I say, thank you, God, and thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Full circle. Full circle. So freshman year, Jackson State University. Curtis Luckett has entered into the basketball shorts and white t-shirts group
Mhm.
of people. Freshmen entering the band program in the summertime to
Well,
stay
hold up.
cool.
Before that, I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
give you a little history lesson. Me and
Come
Danielle
on.
were part of this.
Come
We were a part of the first high school band camp.
You said what?
We were a part of the first high school band camp. It was just a couple of us that were on the yard around that time, and Doc was there, and that's how I met Danielle. I met her over the summer before band camp.
Did
That's
I
how I
did
met
I
her.
was I
That's
there?
how I met her. That's how I met our crab brother Harvey Paris. All
I
of
didn't
us,
go.
yeah. It was not. It wasn't a lot of us, So we
Toby
were
didn't
all
go.
together then.
He
No, I
looked. He
came
looking
to
at.
a couple of aerobics.
No,
When we used to do
no,
aerobics,
No,
I
not
came to
it ain't the
those.
Mm-mm.
same.
This was going
Not
in the
aerobics.
freshman year.
Oh,
I
This was
didn't make
before. This was the summer before band camp, freshman year.
you right. I didn't make it. I had a trip out of town scheduled.
Yes, you
I did
did.
not attend. Oh my God,
yeah,
Curtis
I didn't
Luckett,
know
why
anything
are
about this
you? Why do you remember this?
because
Right.
he's
This
a
this is
historian.
not. Oh my
Let's
gosh,
be
dude!
real. He
Let's be
is the
real. He's the
historian.
historian. He knows everything. Like we can just
Yeah.
I'm
go
not messing with
like
y'all.
best
Uh,
trumpet player 97. Go.
Y'all play too much.
what you
Y'all
say?
play too
I
much.
said best trumpet player 97. Go.
Hey, it's a toss up, man. There's too many of them. I
Good answer.
man, that whole class, man.
One
Shout out
is
to 97, man.
right. We know one. We can name one.
Oh yeah, we can
Top of
most
our
certainly
head.
name one.
Top of my head.
Who
That's
you
funny
got?
though. Yeah, that's hard. I ain't gonna be able to do
Yeah.
it.
So you met. So the band camp. So band camp. So pre-band camp. Pre-band camp, you met Danielle. Danielle was in town. I was out of town. I'm from Jackson. I'm living there. Why do you remember that? Okay, so what? So what was that about? I missed it. I don't. I remember it happening. We didn't talk about that much because there was so many other things that superseded that, but we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
What was
I
that
mean, it
like?
was a
Talk
lot.
about that.
The
That was a
main
one.
thing
That
we
was a
were doing was
one-time thing,
playing,
right?
though, man. That's all we were
That was
doing. We
on.
were just playing. Doc had us there, so I guess he could get like a little, just a small taste of what we were going to be doing. But of course, that's all we did. We just played. We didn't do the strenuous high school camp that they do now, which is dope, by the way, because I've had several students to participate there, and I participated in a little bit myself, working with a lot of the brass players a couple of years ago. But yeah, man, we were the first ones to actually do that. So yeah,
Yeah, it
I can
definitely
remember a lot of stuff.
evolved.
Yeah, I just don't, I don't like to go out there and just do that. But yeah, I remember so much because this is a part of my life to where you can't forget things like that happen at Jackson State. You just can't. You can't forget those type things.
hmm So let's get back. Let's circle back around to freshman year.
Okay.
What are you thinking that first day of band camp?
What have I gotten myself into? Just like that. What have I gotten myself into?
I'm down here now. That was me.
That's loaded. That's loaded.
Well,
That's a loaded
Go
question.
back.
I'm
That's a
down here
loaded
now.
question. That's a loaded question, Kurt.
I'm talking about,
Run it.
man, look. I mean, we all was looking like eyes like this,
Mhm.
just like that. And then, that was the first time ever that I had to play a solo just with quietness. Where people you just introduce yourself by playing. You don't have to say your name. You got to play. That was the first time.
And then introduce yourself.
Right.
Yeah, so I was thinking the whole time, Terrell, let me tell you, I was thinking the whole time while they were calling names and stuff like that, man, what am I going to play? What am I going to play? We played all this stuff in high school.
Oh
this
my
and that.
God, terrified.
So the only thing I think of was Taboo that we played in high school. And when I played it, I heard everybody like, ooh, wee. I heard that. I'm like, okay. I just played. I'm scared out of my mind, but I'm just going to play something.
Wonderful.
I remember that. I remember that with the white t-shirt on.
Man, what?
I remember that. Oh wow, Kurt, dude, that's so 98. Piggybacking off of 98 can be a topic by itself because of all of the things that occurred, just things that we learned, people that we came across, people that are no longer with us. We're learning, like Danielle was like, what are your thoughts? So like, so piggybacking off of that, so like 98, okay, cool. So now let's get away from band camp situation. Let's get into 98 when you were allowed and able and blessed to put on a uniform and perform. First game. Southern Heritage Classic.
Mhm.
Right.
First home game. You mind?
That's the one.
Huh?
That's the one.
Mm.
First home game. That's the
Run
one.
it.
Because
Run it.
you think back when we went in school from ninth grade all the way up to senior year when we sat under the scoreboard. So
Yeah.
the whole time we sat on the scoreboard, we meeting people from other parts of the district and other schools. We
Mhm.
talking the whole time we sitting there talking. We watching both bands go at it. We like, man, I can't wait. What's going on? You see the trumpets over there? You see what they're doing? Tuba's finna play Happy Radio. We knew what Happy Radio was before they even played it. We knew it because you know what was going on. All that going on, only to be able to be a part of it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That was like it was like butter on a pancake. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. So, it was just major, man. Every time hitting that ramp for the first time.
Mm.
Oh man.
Okay.
Not the
Come on, man.
ramp.
Hitting that
Not the
ramp for the
ramp.
first time. Being
They
able to do
hype.
that, man. Playing, get ready, coming in for the first time. Seeing them pom poms for the first time. But they always said it, but it was different when you actually did it. That was
Yeah.
different. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So
Yeah.
moving from all right, 98. Not moving from 98, but moving forward.
Yes.
What was let me ask you this. What was your favorite game? I don't think I ever asked you this question, Kurt. We ever had this conversation, but what was your favorite game in 98?
Mm.
My favorite game, 98. No
Mm.
lie. Southern.
Mm.
Southern. And that was a strenuous week. A very strenuous.
Uh.
Good work.
Very
What?
strenuous.
Very
But
strenuous week.
it all came out when we were at that game because man, we handle business. And
Unleashed.
this and the thing about it, tapes don't lie. That's what I
Always
love
throw
about
that out.
film. Film does not lie. We handle business.
Curse, I still got the
That's
same
that's when
haircut.
that's when we came into our own. There
That's
you go.
hilarious.
Hey, look, it's right here.
We still
Oh,
got.
we in that
Little
belt.
tribute. Little tribute.
That's crazy. He still got the same haircut right now.
Hey, look, it is what
Flashback.
it is, though, man. It is what
That's
it is.
you.
That's the love of the
25-year
program.
flashback. Look at me now. Look at me then.
Right.
Stop it, Tommy. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I can't interrupt. Go ahead, Kurt. I got a thought, man.
I was
Yeah,
just saying,
Southern.
man,
You
that
said
was my
Southern.
favorite
We
game.
took care of business.
That was my favorite game. It was so much that transpired that
Yeah.
whole week of just trying to prepare.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were just able to just handle it, man. I think in all honesty, I believe that's when we came into our own as a class, that game. Because after that game,
Mhm.
everything just started falling into place
Yeah.
with us as a class.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I say that's my favorite.
It's the middle of the season.
Say what now? Favorite
It's the
season?
it's the middle of the season. I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is.
Oh, but you. No, Terrell had a question.
Okay.
I
Go ahead,
did.
my bad. You said you had something. Okay,
Uh-huh.
never mind. So
I do
anyway,
got something. Oh, go ahead. I got
so
some. I
what?
got something. So what? Figure it out.
Would you
Stop it. Snap, snap.
would you
Snap,
go
snap.
or no?
No, take a sip. You're taking a sip. I will go. Kurt,
Right.
so I'm gonna switch around a little bit. So Kurt, let me ask you this. I sometimes I feel like I know the answer to this, but you have been an arranger for the Boom. What have you arranged? What have you arranged, sir?
Oh God, let me go back. Let's see.
Love of my life.
Okay.
I got
gotta
one.
go back. I gotta go
I
back
got
before
one.
that. I go
That
back
Kanye
before that.
West, that little Kanye West joint. That's my favorite joint. What's the
So
name?
where
of
you
it?
at?
The way?
Where you
This
at?
way?
Where
Oh,
you
where
at?
you at? Mm.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Where you at?
That
Wow.
joint
Let me
was
see.
hot.
I think the one that got notoriety was
I gotta
Ugly.
find that clip.
Ugly.
I wish I could find that clip
Yeah.
right now.
Ugly.
I wish
Ugly. I
I could.
remember that.
You wrote Ugly by
Yeah,
Bubba
Ugly
Sparks.
got notoriety. Then it went from Ugly to let's see, The Way We Ball.
That was an
Let's
exit
see,
tune.
Good Times.
Yeah.
Good
Let's
times.
see.
That was you.
Yeah, Good Times. Let's see, Bunny Hop.
I
A
remember
whole
that.
legend.
Yeah,
Man. You a
which they
whole.
still
You a
play to
whole
this day.
legend out here.
Bunny
G.
Hop, BMF.
Oh, Kurt. Kurt
Uh,
Luckett, baby.
yeah, I got a couple, man. Couple, a couple that the Boom has played recently, like Sex Me, R. Kelly. They played that in 2014. Yeah, just a few things, man. I've been blessed to be able to get that opportunity.
Beautiful, man.
That's hot. Man.
So
That's
so let
dope.
me ask you this. I got an arrangement question.
Okay.
What do you think makes it's like a two-part question, but I want to okay. What do you think makes a great arrangement?
I say the whole nuance of the actual band, and the crowd knows it from the minute the first note hit.
Ah,
If the crowd knows it, because you have to please the crowd.
Yes.
We band heads and people, we know music, but you got people that don't listen to music like we do. They listen to certain things.
Yeah.
So if you can hit them as soon as that first note hit,
We used to call it house. Oh, that's gonna get us house. That's gonna get us house. This first note gonna get us house.
Right. Case in point.
Yeah.
Good and plenty.
Oh Lord, you didn't do that.
It's so many. It's so many songs. I mean,
you gonna talk about that song right now? You gonna talk about that song right now?
Well, man, this the thing. See, I lost my mind when I heard that song because that's one of my favorite songs anyway. And me and Kevin have talked before, and I told he was saying, I got to get some songs that the crowd go love, and for him to play that, and you have so many people. I call us the cool kids, the one that listen to music like that.
Yeah.
You have a lot of us that we don't get a chance to hear stuff like that, like with bands, because they want to play all the other stuff. So when you play something like that for people like us, man, it's crazy. So I lost my mind when I heard that. I lost it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had chills, like goosebumps.
But that's the type of thing, having those type of arrangements and having that mindset of thinking outside the box. And you have people that know those songs. So that's the thing that changes the whole. But yeah, that's the answer. As soon as it come out, you're gonna know what it is.
Question for you, as a band director and as an arranger, knowing Kevin and working with Kevin. We mentioned Kevin earlier when we started, the show. How do you feel about that actual song as a band song? It's a great song. It's the song itself. Alex Isley, Masego, and it's one more person in there did the remix.
Lucky
That's
Day.
literally
Lucky
the
Day.
second. That's the second part of my question, Terrell. Was like, what makes the perfect song for an arrangement?
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy. Like so like as a band director, so like how is that song the perfect song? How? So stay with me, and I'm sorry, I don't want to get too deep into it. I've read comments about that song on YouTube. I shared that song from Jay Brooks, his page, that people commented on that, and then Alex Isley shared it on her Instagram. Just that song, but that's a Kevin Johnson arrangement. And I text Kevin, I'm like, yo, what made you write this song? He was like, I just like the song. I'm like, what? That's it.
Of course, that was the answer.
That's him. That's his answer.
So from Kurt,
see, that's from an arranger. That's an arranger because I'm like
from you though, but Kurt, but so what makes the song perfect song? The question Danielle said, which was the same question. Danielle's crazy. What makes it the perfect song? Because it was the perfect song. just the music. I ain't getting into the performance of the song, but all of this, everything that was going on, all the flashes and everything in the J sets.
And them J
What makes the
sets, man.
song?
They
What
killed
makes
it.
it the perfect song?
Mhm,
Curtis
mhm.
Luckett Jr., sir.
What makes it the perfect song is it just catches you. Like when you hear it, you can listen to it over and over and over again.
A
You
thousand
don't
times.
have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be something. It don't even have to be a song on the radio. Like they don't even play that song on the radio. When
Nope.
have you heard Good and
Nope.
Plenty on the radio?
Nope.
You haven't. It has
Nope.
to be. It's songs like that that it catches you, and when it catches you like that, hey, it's beautiful, you know, and that's how it goes. It's just one of those things that, as an arranger, when you hear it, you just know this song is going to slap. It's gonna happen because of how it hits. If it hits you that way, it's gonna hit everybody else that way. And look at what happened.
And I believe that there's a large group of people that did not know the song because their AI, their Google, their Spotify
Man,
DJ hadn't picked it up for them on their algorithm yet, so they don't know
Toby,
about it. But
you
when they
would be.
heard the
I
band
was
play,
so surprised.
yeah,
That's why I said the cool kids, and I
yeah,
love. I love everybody. I
yeah,
love everybody. But it amazed me how many people did not know
no,
about Alex Isley.
they
They
know
didn't
it.
know
They,
about Lucky Day.
oh
They
yeah,
didn't know about those type people. But
hmm
when a band can make you go and listen,
hmm
you've done your job. So
hmm
Kevin did his job.
yeah,
Absolutely,
you did.
and I think for it to reach, first of all, for the song to reach Kevin, not that, like, we know who Kevin is, right?
Mhm.
He's a musician. But to reach him, to arrange it for the band, right? Not knowing if it was super pop, maybe not even knowing if it was super popular on the radio or not, right? I wouldn't say I heard it on the radio or not, but I couldn't say whether I've heard it on the radio or not. But the fact that it was executed so well,
Oh God,
okay?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
hmm
Absolutely.
it's a
yeah,
song that maybe not a lot of people were familiar with, and it was executed so well that she reposted it.
hmm
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it gained such
Yeah.
popularity
yeah,
because of how well it was executed,
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
Love it.
And the way that you all are saying that with Good and Plenty, that's kind of like how it was when I did like Terrell, he was talking about Where You At.
Yeah.
Where You At was the commercial. That's
Mhm.
all it was.
Just a
It was
commercial.
literally a commercial.
Yeah.
It
But
was hot.
I've always been a huge Kanye West fan. So it
Mhm.
didn't matter what he did. I
Yeah.
was like, I was gonna write it. So I was like, we just gonna try it out. And I gave it to the band in '05 around that time. Dr. Little, Roger Little, he was the drum major. And him
That's right.
and my boy Brian Easley, shout out to '03.
Mhm.
Brian Easley, they both just because I couldn't go in front of the band and stuff like that. I had other things, but I gave them the arrangement. They went, put it up,
Mhm.
and the rest is history. And people
Yeah.
was like, well, that's what that was. That's what it was. So the same thing with Good and Plenty, man. If something is dope and it's in an arranger's ear, it's gonna be put out there.
Man,
Most def.
you
I
know,
love
around this time, I want to tell you because it's Curse, you don't know, we don't talk all the time. Like when I come home, we may see each other at a game or something like that. But I want to let you know that you're special to me. Uh, you may not remember this. Danielle was there, but like when I started off as a music major, and we had sight singing and ear training with Dow Taylor together, and we had Russell Thomas for theory that year.
Ha,
Yeah,
ha, ha.
and that's why I'm not a music major anymore. But but I want to tell you, like, I knew because, like, when you coming in as a crab, you coming in as a freshman, like, you really only know people that you came from your high school with and the people that are in your section.
Right.
We didn't hang out with Trump Funk. We didn't hang out with with anybody else. I just hung out with WT. So when I was in those classes, that's when I really got to know who D was and who you were and Carlton. All these people were, right. And what was evident from the beginning and what's evident even now, because I call you a historian, I call you a Sonic Boom historian. You connect people that normal people won't see that connection. You can tell us things that happen in certain years and what low brass and what high brass, what clarinet section was the best. You can make those things happen. And you kind of said it earlier that it's because of your heart for the boom, your love for the boom. And I won't go a step further, because this is your flowers right now. These are the words that I have for you. You are the heart of 98. Like, and it's been evident since day one.
Wow.
And
Dang.
and
Yep.
you have that heart, you have that spirit, you have that care for everybody that came in with you, came after, came before. You bring everything together. And so when I see what you're doing over here at Callaway, man, like, like if I was in the SIP right now, if I wanted my son or my daughter to be in a band, it probably would be Callaway right now, because I know that you're gonna put that same energy towards my kids and make sure that they successful, and one day, 30 years from now, they calling you their second dad. So like, you doing the business, man, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud to call you my crab brother. And like I said, these are your flowers right here. You are the heart of 98, man.
Oh,
Come on now, heart.
That's my brother.
I'm
Absolutely.
I'm totally humbled by that, man. I'm just a humble person, man, that just loves what I do and love my people, man. You all saw something in me. I've never changed. I've always tried to be the same person. My dad always told me, you just do right by people and good will always follow you. So, I've always tried to do that, especially with my class, because, I love 98. My kids at school could tell you, I love my class, because my class, we are different. We're not like everybody else. All of us, just like Terrell said at the beginning, all of us have something that you can say that we all have done, and we've done it well. We didn't do anything just any kind of way, and I'm really humbled by that, man. I'm kind of lost for words, because I never expected for anybody to say anything about me that way.
No.
But
Man,
I
we
just
love
love
you.
my class, man, and I love the boom. The boom brought us together.
Yeah.
He brought all of us together.
It did.
I mean, that's my sister right there that y'all have with y'all. That is literally my sister.
That y'all have with y'all.
That is my sister.
Yeah.
Like,
You hear how
real talk.
protective he is of me?
Like
I love
that's my
that.
sister. Like, we tight for life. All of us. 98. We tight for life, man.
For
When I
real.
call y'all my
Yeah.
brothers and my sisters,
It's
I
facts.
mean that. I mean that. So
Yeah. And when you say that, we feel it.
yeah.
We
And
love
that's why
you
you
too,
the
Kurt.
heart.
You know we love
We
you.
love you,
Yeah.
man.
And I just
Love
love
you,
the
bro.
boom. I love the boom. All of us, we have a different connection. People always wonder, why y'all so tight like that? Why is it that this and that? Because if you knew what we know, and if you experienced what we experienced, you wouldn't even have to ask that question.
Yep.
I might not be the band head I am today if it wasn't for Kurt.
Right.
I know.
Kurt gonna keep us in check. Kurt, we were talking, so we're gonna get ready to close this, but real quick though, Kurt, we were talking about something, just continuation of the flowers. We were like, we could be at a practice, right? Of course, you got a whole bunch of clowns. People like to make jokes and all that good stuff. You would be the person that would like to have fun, but you would also be the person, but like, hey, look, man, come on, let's just calm
Hey,
down,
guys,
pipe down a little bit. Like, all right, Kurt, cool, all right, Kurt. Kurt said, if Kurt asks you
Chill
to
out,
calm
man.
down, Kurt asks you to
You
chill.
listen.
You got to be like, all right, Kurt. No, all right, I
You
get it.
listen,
I
bro.
feel you. Because
You
Kurt
right.
doing the
You
right
right.
thing. You know what I'm saying? That's that wholesomeness and this. But Kurt, look, man. So look, we about to close this, man. This has been great, man. Thank you for your time, man. Thank you for everything that you've done over the years, man. I appreciate you for the things that you taught me. Like literally, when we did Homecoming 2011, the alumni band, we were on the practice field getting ready. John Smith and them, they were on there. They were trying to get us in line, and you were at attention. You were like, let's represent y'all. Let's get this together. I got it on video. It's on my YouTube channel. You were one of the guys. I have you on video telling everybody to kind of, Y'all calm down. Just get it together. So you've always been that guy to kind of just have the fun, but still know how to balance and keep everybody in order and bring it together. So it's shout out to you, man, over the years, even from Callaway, man. Just me giving my personal flowers. I ain't gonna get that far, but you've always kept us all in line because we always wanted to just clown and have a good time and give Mr. Mitchell a hard time. That's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to make jokes. Yeah, we were like, we just wanted to have fun. Like, let's tell a joke and like make us surprise or something. Like, ta-da! Here we go. We broke something. But man, appreciate it, man. So, Kurt, you got any parting words, man? Do you have any shout outs? You want to just say anything? Whatever's on your heart, man. Whatever's on your mind, just real quick. You know, we're gonna wrap this up, man.
I'll be quick.
Bring it to a close.
I like to give a huge shout out to Dr. Michael Magruder, Mr. Paul I. Adams, Mr. William Bethea, the late great Pop Edward Duplessis,
Thank you, Lincoln.
Mr. Dill, Mr. Dow Taylor, who, when I found out the reason why I was so great at sightseeing the ear train, because I was blessed with perfect pitch and I didn't know it until I got there.
Perfect pitch. What's that?
Perfect pitch is when you can hear something and you know exactly what it is based on understanding key signatures and stuff like that. You just know it.
He
Like,
gonna
tell
you the note.
Yeah.
Fancy. He fancy.
Kevin has that too. That's something that we both had in common. Me and Kevin both had that. We both have it. Yeah. But
that's dope.
Shout out to all the people that paved the way before me. Shout out to the greatest section of trumpets that has ever been assembled. The Royal Order Trump Funk.
What year?
Say what now?
What year?
We have so many years. 98 because we came. 98 because we came. 98
so many years.
And thank you to the classes that made us who we are.
Yeah,
because had it not been for them, it wouldn't be no us.
And
good. I thank you all for even thinking of little old me to do this wonderful interview, and I have had a blast. Yeah. And y'all know I watch everyone, so
yes, sir.
To be able to be a part of it, man. It's lovely. Now I do have to do it in my fashion because Terrell always say I do this. I have to do it in my fashion. Unfortunately, Kevin did not write Power. Travis Pruitt did.
Got me. Okay.
Historian and
he wrote this way. He wrote this way.
Fashion, he let you know.
Yeah.
Who arranged
correct me. Did he write this way?
No, Kevin did do this way.
Okay, that's okay. That was it then.
All right. All good.
Good.
Hey, so look, man, that was great. Appreciate you, Kurt, man. Thank you once again, man. We about to log off, tune off, tune away, or whatever phrase you want to use for it. Thank y'all for tuning in to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. This has been Band Sessions with the Boom. Another special guest, Mr. Curtis Luckett Jr. I got my pom-pom too. Shake the pom-pom. We out of here. See y'all next time. Tune in next time. Peace out. Holla.
Love.
Peace.
Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club is presented by Bet Online.